So this is the live radio, and if I click on Lihat Semua, basically it would show all the contents that has been done before this. We do have a session on how to plant your own palm tree at home, fertigation, and how to plant and treat sago trees. And there's an option to see more. And if you go back to the main website, so let me just change it back to English. Down here, we do have projects of which our contributors, we call them, or experts, or anyone could actually read about the current concern or anything that is the rural communities are trying to address, and they can actually see like what are the things that they require, as in like the support that they require. It can be in financial, it can be in expertise, it can be in terms of like in this case, like 4G SIM cards and 4G dongles, which they might need to use to connect to the internet. And if let's say a person would like to contribute, they can just click on that, and they just need to fill in what they would like to contribute with, their name and their email address, and so on. They submit. We will actually be retrieving the information, and then we could actually engage with them and onboard them on the project that is ongoing. So for at the time being, it's not gonna be too techy. We're focusing more towards making it the onboarding experience much faster, and there's a lot of human aspects as opposed to automation at the first phase. But eventually, we are looking at automating certain aspects, especially like marketing and so on and so forth. I think the last thing is for the rural communities itself. So we've been talking about the urban communities because they will be the one that will be accessing the website. But for the rural communities, the way we will be communicating with them is mainly through WhatsApp. We have a specific WhatsApp group just for broadcasting all the podcasts that has been done, the live sessions that have been done, so that they can actually listen or even read about like how to plan or how to start farming and those kind of thing. And then we will also have another separate group of which is going to be consisting of community leaders that allows us to actually engage and gather their concerns and even their voice, and push it for the radio stations to actually publicize or talk about it, so that the urban communities can know about what's happening, because that's the biggest concern that has been happening all this while. But all in all, let me just jump to our mural board real quick. What we're trying to do is just to basically become a messenger in between the urban and the rural communities by having media partners as our collaborators. So that's basically our solution, and that's BorneoCast by Berkikis.
Well,
Good job.
nice, cool. Rene, you wanna
Yes.
explore the website? Maybe something that interests you. Let's go back
Yeah.
because you're testing this prototype, right?
Okay. Let me share. I took some notes. I will go through it quite swiftly and mention some notes because today both Ira and I have only time until 2:15, and we have a second team to scrutinize. We might only have 5 minutes now to give feedback to you. Let me go fast through it. I'll take only 2-3 minutes, and then Ira goes. So I will say first, cool name, BorneoCast, nice name, catchy name. It's a nice website design. Actually, it looks nice. Even the background picture of that friendly village uncle, quite nice actually. Yeah, good job. And you have even good podcast topics there. Yes, I like the topics which you mentioned or which you display there. Well done. Then I thought first, hey, this rural community uses FM radio or maybe feature phones, right? Not really smartphones, web pages, and that. And towards the end of your sharing now, you explained that you even use WhatsApp to engage with them. It's good that you recognize that, but your website doesn't really portray that. Right. Actually, when I look at the website, BorneoCast, it looks like online e-radio. Like here in Cyberjaya, we have, is it EFM, I think, Entrepreneur FM. It's a radio station which goes only through the internet, and that looks quite similar to your website, actually. But EFM is only a radio station. You are much more, right? You might need to emphasize on that on the website, that it's more than only a web radio station. It's an ecosystem enabler. Emphasize on that. Yeah, you have different crowds you serve, the supporters of this, maybe the urban community, and the beneficiaries, and how do you reach out to them? That's my thought. You explained it in words, but you didn't really display that on the website. The website looks like an online radio only. And then the last two comments I have is about the problem you are solving. It's not really clear to somebody who is maybe not so engaged with Sarawak, Sabah area. What's the problem? So what? Yeah, what is this about? Yeah, about enabling and onboarding to the digital society and something like that. Yeah, the problem you're solving. And last point is maybe the engagement two-way. Yeah, somehow to engage. Yeah, build community, but you mentioned it with ambassadors, or you mentioned it with people who support, but the website doesn't really show that yet, what you explained in words. So I wrote these points down. I'll paste them into the comments here now too, and maybe I let the word to Ira.
Ira, you're muted probably.
Yes, Ira.
Yes, okay, thank you. Wow, this is very nice website, very nice appearance in here. I love the color also, like, the color chosen is very nice. Orange is associated with the creativity, encouragement, right? Like, I think it's a in line with your purpose here, like enthusiasm, right? But my question is like more or less like Rene is asking what is actually exactly problem that you are solving here. It's not so clear for me. And then I don't know, maybe have you guys tried to reach the local authorities already yet or not? Because sometimes the local authorities already have a problem. Have a program for the communities, especially for the the community project in the village, for the people in the village, for the people who live in a rural area. Usually they already have program, but the problem is not coming from the community, but the problem is sometimes coming from the authority or for the government who are not having capability yet to do this kind of the program which suitable with community. Sometimes they have like a different approach, a different way of approaching the people, the community, that they thought, oh, this program can be run so well with this community, which is actually sometimes community don't need such a program. Maybe community need another program. So I'm like, maybe you guys could be like the people in the middle, like you listen to the what is the community needs, and then what the local authorities that already have the program are ready to do, but they are not having the capability yet to do to apply this program sometimes, because it's happened in my country also, because I'm working closely with community, a particular community in Indonesia also. And then it's happened sometimes, the miscommunication between community and the government, which is both of them like in has a different ways and has a different direction, which is never met. So we have the third parties here who can listen to both sides, right? And then the last question is, would this case involve the people community? I mean, like the local community. If yes, my question is like whether it's reachable or not, because you are staying in Cyberjaya right now, right? And then what is the problem that we have during this MCO is a connection. So I mean, like, you hear very well done. You put like you can listen on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast. The thing is whether the people in community can reach or can get stable connection, stable internet in the place. So what is the point when you provide all of this very nice case like that, but the people cannot reach it? That's only my concern. Thank you very much.
All right, cool. Wow, you guys are super efficient, right on the dot. Thank you so much, Rene and Ira. That was like a really, really great, awesome feedback.
Yes.
Welcome.
I hope you guys wrote it down somewhere, the feedback. So please also capture those feedback so that we could it also be part of like the submission later on. All right, without further ado, thank you so much, Rene and Ira. I'm gonna bring you guys.
Yes, good luck for you guys.
Yes. Good luck.
Yeah, this is really awesome. Yes.
Okay, see you guys in.
Sorry, we have limited time. Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Arif, we go to
Yes.
next breakout room. Yes.
Yes. Ciao, guys.
So,
Arif, you would like to intro? Or limited
No,
time?
the group.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Arif, I might need your help to move Z to another room.
Can.
I
I'm doing it.
I just
Thank
joined
you,
like
Z.
someone. Okay, see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Z and Wendy.
Okay. Go for it, guys.
Oh, okay. Hello, guys. Good to see you here.
Hello.
Okay, we try to be fast because I know you need to leave by 2:15. Okay, wait, I opened the wrong thing. Can you already see my screen?
No, we cannot. It's black. Now it's something came. Campaign purpose.
Yes, okay. So yes, our group name is Hype Hearts. We are setting up a campaign basically to drive us to go for an exhibition. So why are we doing this? We are basically opening a call for people to write us a letter in conjunction of what has happened throughout the past year. So as we know, 18th of March is the anniversary of the lockdown pandemic in Malaysia. So throughout this 1 year, you know, people have experienced a lot of things. So we are asking for fellow people, Malaysians or people who reside in Malaysia, to write us your story, and you can be anonymous because we really want to share your story in a very personal level, because like we will exhibit the letters that we receive in a physical space. So this is the idea. So it can be form of letter or poem, note, photos, artifact. It could be like, oh someone passed away during the pandemic. So this is his T-shirt, maybe it's my grandpa or something, and you really want to share this also in the exhibition. Can be something like that. So this is the first campaign. And then once this is well received, we will go to the second campaign, which we will talk about that later on. And then Tom, you can move to the timeline.
All right. Before we proceed, should we play the video first?
Yes, okay.
All right.
Oh wait, I have to, how do I?
Okay, just click on the link. Yeah.
So to give you an idea of how this is going to look like.
All right. Okay, let's come back to the timeline. All right, so we're actually planning to launch the campaign on the 18th of March. Then we're going to spend 2 months collecting stories, curating the exhibition and the promotion, right? So, and the exhibition will be held on the May 22nd and last to 30th May, which over the 2 weekends. Then after that, we're going to extend the phase 2 of the Love Delivered campaign. Then a year later, which is on the 18th of March 2022, we're going to have a big meetup. All right, so how are we going to promote this campaign? So first is, of course, through our social media, local media, like radio station, newspaper, and most importantly is through our targeted collaborators, like, for example, education institution, art organization, SME organization, HR organization, Women Aid Organization, and the Mental Health Association. So these are very targeted collaborators. So we're actually hoping to collaborate with them to reach out a more targeted audience in that way. All right, so right now I'm over to Wali to go through the exhibition curation.
If
So
you
we'll
just
have
sorry, Walid, can you wrap it up in 1 minute, because I know Rene and Rira have like just 5 minutes to give
Alright.
their feedback. Can? Okay, go.
Okay, cool. All right. So we'll have a exhibition here. So all the exhibition will consist all the sensory part in our human being, so that we will have a viewing part, a listening part, and reading the stories, and also we'll have the networking after that. So we start from here, start from the entrance, and from the entrance we will meet up people, and then we will doing this we call the maze up thing. And after we finish the maze, we will have the blank space in the half of the session. And before the blank space, after the blank space, we will have the video, and then we will have the networking in the end of the exhibition. So that the aim of the exhibition will be the meetup from the first, and the meetup for the end of the exhibition, so that they will have different stories for them. So I think that's wrap up from my side. Okay.
Cool. All right, awesome. Over to you, Rene and Ira.
Ira, you want to go first this time?
Yes, yes. Wow, that is a great idea. I love it so much. Wow, this is like something that well, I feel it like even I feel like I can wait to see this exhibition already. My question is like first, will this if we are like as if you want to collect I mean like if you want to send you the letter or poem, will you guys will add some artworks or any interesting fiction will be added on this letter that we are going to send it to you? Because for us, when we attend an exhibition, and then if we only read a poem or a letter just like that, okay, sometimes it's a bit boring. So maybe it's like something add on this. I believe you will do that. Okay, and then the next question, the last question. Will this exhibition do online also? Because in my opinion, if you do like online, it's more you can get more audience. Even you can do like it's unlimited, not only in Malaysia, you can also do in other countries also, right? If you can do it online, and even can be like can inspiring others country also to do the same things, to gather people. It's like, wow, it's like it's a to unite the people in this situation, something like that. Yeah, that's only from my side. Thank you. Good luck, guys.
All right, Rene, your turn.
Yes, okay. Yeah, let me go. Okay, so first point is that the team name in the beginning was not really clear to me. I thought maybe it was because we are a bit in a rush, so sorry for that, but it was like a bit unclear for me. And then only throughout the video, maybe I saw this a bit of this love delivered, and later I picked up on it again. So then I thought maybe it's that. Okay. Fine, but so that one, the name was not so clear. And then you have not really showed a website, right? It's more like you showed this mural or this MIRO. I quite like that. Yeah, that's a nice, well presented overview. It's good structured canvas. Yes. Then about this point, you mentioned like sharing stories in relation to the 1-year anniversary of lockdown in Malaysia. I get this, yes. But the clarity from the beginning was lacking, that this is about an art exhibition, which we call this and that. That's the name. And so that intro was a bit lacking. Further, you in that video, you started with the love delivered, and let's say this love delivered might be misunderstood by people, like sometimes even prostitution is marked as love you purchase, right? It's not love in that sense, but love delivered sounded to me almost, man, is it like an escort service, or what is that going to be? Love delivered to your doorstep, and how much do you need to pay for it? Is that okay in Malaysia? Or so, well, love delivered. Maybe when your audience is Budaya Barat people, they think into a wrong direction, and even with a little red heart, yeah, so need to reconsider. But otherwise, then it was not so clear for me about the physical or online exhibition. And Ira touched on this. Are you going to do online too? Well, I thought, because you showed in the video this room with the screens on the wall, I thought, man, are they doing it only online? Is there going to be a physical tool? But then Ira thought the other way around. Is there going to be online tool? So that was a bit not so clear. And the last point is, who's going to fund all this, right? This is not going to be for free, or like it is going to cost money. Is it commercially planned through to pay for itself? And if yes, then who pays, and how much money, and how many tickets and participation or sponsors like that? That is, I think, yeah, mostly my comments. I wrote these comments down too, so I'll drop them into the chat group here for your convenience too. Okay, that's so far my input.
All right, 1 minute late.
Yes, thank you, and sorry that
okay.
we're in a rush today. Yes, okay.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very
All the
much,
best.
Rene, Ira.
Inform us
you,
on the
Rene.
outcome later, September.
Thank you,
Yes.
Ira.
September. Good
Okay.
luck, you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Huh.
We didn't manage to even like talk about our exchange letter part.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's a great way also for you to, like, let's say this is such a great idea, it's a grand idea, but then macam if we could also capture that in 5 minutes, and I definitely think it will like extend beyond, because then people see that it's like a journey. It's not just like one-off. I think a lot of people think this is just like one-off, a separate thing. People didn't feel like it's a journey. So maybe you could also touch on about the experience part, where like we want to bring people through. This is like a journey. This is not just like, oh, we also have this. Oh, by the way, we also have this, but on this date, on this that. Tapi kita tak berapa sangat buat ni, kita buat ni. So that's from me lah. But nice lah. Wow. I think you writing this down. Are you doing this for? Huh?
We can actually do it for
We
real.
did a pre-live delivered just now, just amongst us.
Wow.
Private session.
Yo. Nice lah. So you guys okay? I think there's just like about 40 more minutes. You guys want to make any more few changes? Please, the feedback from Rene, capture, upload this. This is part of the feedback. Upload that as
I
well.
wrote it on the site just now. If you guys see.
Where?
Okay, cool. So, and up to you guys, final changes, the last 40 minutes. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck. Have fun, by the way. Jangan stress. Huh?
Be a positive spiral. It should be an upward spiral. It should never be pity selling as like kesian, please tolong. Like it should never be that. But then it should be, how do we bring the dignity and pride? So if you have that focus into whatever story that you are and whatever conversation that you have, it will come true. Because say, I don't know, maybe this lady, she did this and then she managed to, and from there she managed to get that self-confidence, or she managed to put her children to, one of these things that shows them the benefit of what can happen, and not because they are very kesian and need to help them. I think that is that angle that we always do. And also there's always that missing part of taking things for granted. Like and because I think the other one part of your consumer is the rural folks, the other part of your consumer is actually the urban folks. I think helping the urban folks to understand the environment that it's being that the rural environment, how the people that operate is also helpful, because or else you will get a lot of very smarty pants urban areas and things that the world is exactly how they are. Like they have Grab food, like they have Food Panda, and they will think that everything like this is available. They cannot imagine how a rural community function. to be able to draw that kind of examples, concrete examples through the stories that are being shared by the orang kampung, I think that will give them an idea. So for example, I tell people that my kampung has no road. We need 4 hours on a 4-wheel drive. Like I tell you, if you tell a West Malaysian that, they cannot really imagine. Like, what do you mean by no road? Or what do you mean by there's no water? And to be honest, for people in Sabah Sarawak, you don't think that it's very okay lah, kampung lah. You know, some kampungs very far flung, no road, no water, no electricity, biasa lah. Like, but then I tell you, it's a shocker to a lot of West Malaysians. So I think things like that we get very desensitized. Sometimes it's still worth bringing out, and maybe just highlighting that journey of how certain things happen. Like for them to go to town takes 2 hours, or maybe take the longboat, like 3-hour boat ride cost how much, you know, those kind of things are pretty shocking. And if I have a diesel generator, my monthly fee to actually get 6 hours of light every night costs 300 ringgit, for example. That thing is very shocking to people because it helps people to understand and give that context to the urbanites. So I think being able to balance that, but you see in all this that you're saying, it's a matter of fact. They are facts. They're not about kesian. It's just that this is what is happening, and then what they have done to actually overcome, and then that is actually very uplifting. Like within this environment, they did this, and for them to move to the next step, this is the kind of help that they need, for example. Yeah.
I think this is from the angle, like, you know, how do you the content angle. And I think another thing is like something you can consider, like from subject 2, I'm the subject 2, like it's about like how that collection process, like data collection process take place. Because at the moment you seem to have only like the WhatsApp, but maybe it could be also you can also do it with like some kind of like maybe a content collection workshop. Like so then you can really collecting like story, because what you don't want to end out is like, you know, like people giving you murmuring complaint, or like very daily, like very tribal, like, you know, story to tell. And what you want to share is actually something quite more uplifting. And I totally can relate to what Z just mentioned, because we also felt that like with our journey as well. If you tend to feature like the story from a, how do you say, victimizing like point of view, I think that will end out like not really getting anywhere, really, because nobody can relate, nobody want to associate with that. Yeah. And not simply the storyteller, but also the recipient, like the people receiving the content. So maybe you can also think of like, maybe there could be in a form of workshop, in the form of like kind of partnering with the some tourism guide, or partnering with like people living in there, like you know, or people kind of like visiting their home, like after the work, after the school. So then you can really get your content more effectively, and also the kind of story, a more wholesome story that you can feature. Yeah. So not much time for iterating your prototype, but I think we should go to the other room soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the feedback.
Yeah. Thank you. Arif is here, right? Arif?
Yes. Wendy, see you in the main room, Jap.
Yes. Yeah.
Bring Eugene and
Yeah, you can bring Eugene to the other room.
like physical, right? Or bring them here, bring them there.
Yeah.
You just clicking. Okay. See you in the main room.
Okay. See you in the main room. Cool.
Guys, I think it's really one of the most well thought out plans with regards to rural communities yet. I've seen so many people trying to do these things, and then it's so painful to see them having no context and giving like weird and funny suggestions. And this is really good. Like, I really like what you guys have done.
Thanks.
Like,
I hope we can work together and materialize it sometime soon or in the future.
Yeah.
If you...
Yeah, for sure. And I think having that local language context is very important. Like, I work with the Lumbawang community. They're very small, but they always tune into that 1 to 3 o'clock Lumbawang Lumbawang rate. So
Yeah,
the local language is especially important. So
because we
having
were
that,
all. Sorry, carry on.
yeah, so I don't know how you are going to. I mean, of course, Iban is the biggest, but the smaller around Ulu communities, like would they be able to get? Definitely will be less content lah, like in terms of um, being able to translate everything into the local language. But I think it's still worth doing, because if you're targeting the really rural ones who really still stay there, I think they are the ones who still do need the local language. Yeah.
Sorry, Z,
Sorry.
do you have to go? Like, do you still want to spend time? I missed that part out. Do you have to go, is it?
I think so.
Okay, all right, I'll bring you to the main session. Okay, guys, about half an hour more. See you in a bit.
Some urban kid that doesn't know what they're talking about and started to give like all these random ideas that cannot work. Like they really do know
Quite a lot of research, no, and also
Yeah,
quite a lot
very,
of
very
discussion. Yeah, so I think because it's not so much time left for them to kind of like iterate, refine their prototype. I think those are very good, like very honest opinions against their prototype. By the way, Arif, do we still want to like send Eugene into the other room? Or it should be like, because it's only 30 minutes left.
Yeah.
I think we should remind them. Eugene, so sorry, you only seen one, but how do you find it so far? Or just confused?
I was very impressed because the website looks like it almost done. I thought that
it was a mock-out. It was a mock-out.
Yeah, I was really impressed.
How about later, like maybe after the submission, we'll give them like a grace period of 30 minutes, 3:30, go to toilet, whatever. And then about 3:50, we all come back into the main room and we get everybody to share. So this time around, no questions, no judgment. It's just a sharing session. So
yeah, that's a sharing section.
Yeah,
so
just to present, and like I also want to ask them like how do they feel after hours of jamming, and it's pretty much a chill session. So
I think so too. But I think like by latest, right, we should advise them to start uploading around like 45, because otherwise the system can crash. We experienced it before. Like because it's a worldwide upload.
Yeah.
At the same time, happen on the same time.
Okay, I'm just gonna say start upload. Let's broadcast that together. Can. No problem.
Yeah. Because it's a global jamming section, so it's not simply on our side we are doing this. Actually, it's happened across like maybe 20, 30 sites around the world. They are all looking at their respective like solution against some of their local issue. Yeah, so to design a service, because the end product of this kind of like jamming section is a service. Yeah. So Eugene, you want to comment on what you just saw?
Very impressed. That's all. Because I only heard the last half of the presentation, so I can't really say much actually.
But you thought that you were intimidated by the how finishes look like. But in fact, it was just a mock-up. If you look at the text, right, it was still kind of like, you can see like it is still in editing, really.
Sorry, Eugene, I didn't get to introduce each other.
Eugene and Arif. Like, so Eugene is the filmmaker. Like, we have been collaborating for the last 3 years, and also like he has his platform called Story Kuching. Yeah. Arif is from MIRO, based in KL at the moment, and like has an ample experience in facilitating like jamming workshop, hackathon, and like also professionally trained as a QS, which Z, you've been looking for.
Left that long time ago.
I don't speak construction language. I need to learn construction language. I'm left in the lurch.
I didn't do so well there, by the way, but I guess I can tell you what comes first, like the second floor of the stairs.
I need someone who can translate a BQ into a materials list.
Translate the BQ into?
A materials list that I could send for
Procure.
quotation.
Oh, the BQ is a pretty good material list because it's a bit more detailed, no?
It tells me like how many kilos of steel I need. I don't know how to translate it to berapa batang, you know. It's like
use that. Use that then. I think it's so for me, right? After learning that in QS and like halfway through my degree, I remember like, oh my god, what am I doing? I don't think I want to do this. But anyway, I did it anyway. I got my first job in Azerbaijan doing QS, super random. But then because of that, 2014 I came back and then I don't want to do construction anymore. I don't want to do QS anymore. But then building that BQ really helped me a bit in
Managing.
building up the cost of like a certain thing also, because like, you know, the unit is there, how many per unit, and then you calculate it to how much. I don't like it. It's really dry to look at BQ, but that helped me do a nicer cost for.
But you know how to read like BQ sheets, isn't it? Because Z has 24 pages like BQ sheets weighted.
24 nothing lah. 24 is like the manual only or intro only.
Yeah.
BQs are like 380 pages lah, and then them.
When I look at the building, I don't know why like they gone through that you know, that process of like looking at the quantity survey, because they have a quantity surveyor alongside the architect and the engineer. Yeah. So it's quite a good process.
And I long time ago punya story. So hey Z, by the way, are you from Miri?
No, I'm from KL, but then I have to go back to Kampong to build the freaking building. So
right. Yeah. After that comes
when I can travel, when I can go back to I'm like hometown, Miri is my hometown, so I can go back. I follow you along, take you along can.
Boleh naik kapal and then naik 4-wheel drive je, boleh je.
Yeah, looks.
In Long Semado.
Sorry?
Or Bakla. I think Sahati went there before.
Yes. Bukan Sahati, like there's like another program. I didn't go. It was like another team member. Yeah, a lot of things happen. Yeah. And Eugene, you're from Kuching?
I'm from Kuching, yes.
Cool. Story teaching, like how's that? Huh? Like,
no, I've been doing documentary short series since coming back from Singapore, and we have a platform where we collect stories around the city, hoping to bridge the gaps between communities. So we've covered topics like LGBT and also mental health issues.
Amazing stuff. That's cool. Hey, thanks for having spending your Sunday with us. I guess it's free and easy now. We're just gonna let them to upload and submit. The deadline is at 3, but obviously not hard stop at 3 lah.
Exactly. But I don't want to hijack like their Eugene and Z weekend as well. So if you feel like you want to go, you can. Because but if you feel like you want to join later on, you know, for a longer section for our closure for the jamming section, you are free to join.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's in a way it's supposed to be like that ending, and then you can talk and socialize with each other.
Exactly. The other group they are joining.
Yes, high parts. Are you guys done? You guys done already? You guys like goyang kaki already or what? Apa jadi?
Have you guys already done uploading?
Done.
Oh wow, seriously. Yeah, because normally people experience like, okay, the entire system can crash at some time because like the worldwide kind of like uploading the same time. But I do suspect that like, you know, this year probably not so many sites posting it just because of the COVID-19.
Online, yeah, virtual. Anyway, sorry. So Eugene and Z, I
will step out from the room now before my phone data runs out.
Okay,
you know how
okay. Yes.
Terrible.
Sorry.
No problem. Thanks, Z.
I really love the 2 projects that have come out. I mean, it's amazing, man. Like, yeah.
But Z, like
kudos to Arif,
feel free
Rene,
to
and the
call
whole
me.
thing. Yes.
Feel free to
All right, I
comment.
think I will, Wendy. I need you to save my life to keep my
Or your
sanity.
quarantine. And also that.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
All right, bye guys.
Okay, bye Z.
Bye.
Nice meeting you, Arif.
Yeah.
You going to Eugene? Eugene?
Ah, yes, leaving too.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Eugene. Thanks for
Okay,
spending your Sunday.
Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye
Okay, bye.
Wow. So what should we do now?
So, I mean, if this is a workshop, this is casual. You want to go toilet, you want to go, park your car somewhere else, go buy food. But you know what I would suggest to you guys? I don't think I mentioned to you guys, at 3:30, we will do like a bit of a sharing session, just like there's a few people who wants to check out what's your idea, but this is just sharing. Don't worry about like they're gonna critique you or like, I don't think this is gonna work. Apalah bodoh lah idea ni. No, it's just a sharing session at the cafe. Yes, so have that mood, have that vibe.
Yeah, but if they do that, you should be like, screw you. Like, why you criticize my project?
You try to spend 48 hours over the weekend or virtually trying to create this, you try lah. Anyway. But yes, I would give a suggestion. Grab a drink, order some drinks, order something to drink from GrabFood, order donuts, chocolate. I really like this Zeus Coffee Cafe. Pretty good coffee, pretty cheap. If you're in KL, but if you're in Kuching, maybe you have something else,
something else
special on your own.
So who's the sharing gonna be with?
Actually, I only have one person on my side. Wendy, anybody else from your side is like once is listening in?
Sorry? Is there
You know what? I'm just gonna invite whoever's in my house to also listen lah. I have.
Okay. So wait, for the submission, we've already uploaded. Do we click submit terus?
Yes. Have you clicked the to, I mean, is it part of the upload system? Because I kind of forgot like how it was like. I remember we were sending, like we will package everything and then like just kind of upload according to the format they provide. Yeah. How does it work? So you already submitted, right?
We have already uploaded, but not just submit. Just in case, like if we wanna, like, I don't know, anything else, go. Do you want to actually, have you guys like seen inside? It's actually quite fun. You can see past projects, how they actually do it.
Yeah, but how do you find it, like the entire process? Yeah, actually I'm quite curious because it's like before really, like I had this conversation with Arif